Hey, welcome to Swan's Japanese Horror Reviews, Episode 7. Today we're talking about Hiroshi Takahashi's Sodom the Killer.
I'm Brandon.
Yep, today we have our guest host, Brandon, who's going to be giving us a co-review because this film is so epic, you need two opinions.
Epic.
So anyways, let's start with the story. Okay, so Sodom the Killer comes from the creator of The Ring, it says on the box, although you'll notice that that name is not the writer of the story or the director of the original Ring, so we have no idea who he is, but maybe he was the pizza boy on the film, I don't know. Anyways, the story goes that there was this guy, Sodom, he was getting married to this girl, but his sister was jealous because when his sister was on the toilet, they were holding hands and they made a promise, I'm not making this up, they made a promise that they would get married when he was 10, but he looked like he was 30. And then he killed some people with a rusty can, and it was in black and white at the beginning.
It was an accident. Yeah. He accidentally kicked the can, it stuck into their foreheads, and killed 3 people that way, although you only saw the death of 2 of them.
There's another one with the same can. So yeah, the story is pretty messed up, and that's just the first like 10 minutes, and from there it just goes deeper and deeper into like stupidity.
Now, some people say stupidity, but I actually say that it was an interesting take on a philosophical question. In the film, there's actually a viewer of this audience. He watches all of these murders on tape. And he can see what's already happened and what's also going to happen. And as the film continues on, the production value seems to decrease to the point where they use very fuzzy green screens. And at one point, the film even breaks that wall where the lady jumps out from that green screen. She's running through the studio itself to actually come back around to shoot at the actor that she was supposed to be following in the first place.
Okay, other parts of the stories that didn't really make sense. Sodom counterfeits a lot of money in it to destroy the economy, because that's the worst way that you can cause chaos and havoc. He goes to the same noodle shop multiple times, and every time he says, "Check please," he kills them with a sword. Eventually he gets little kids to join in on this. What else?
There's also a B-29 bomber. We're not making this up. It goes around the entire city of Tokyo with a loudspeaker. Basically, that's how the main villain actually takes over the minds and comfort creatures of his victims. And every tape recorder that has his voice on it also doubles as a bomb. Now, these bombs use the same kind of effects that you probably saw on the original Star Treks back in the 60s. So be prepared for yellow flashes followed by white flashes by freeze frame. At the very end, there's a breakdown where the entire cast comes together, and instead of using her bullet gun that doesn't actually kill anybody, she instead pulls out a sword from seemingly nowhere, as does every other cast member, which leads to the big final showdown and the fight of good versus evil.
Except it's not really good versus evil, because best friends are killing each other. There seems to be no rhyme or reason. If you get slashed multiple times, it doesn't matter. This is the only scene with blood in it. Up until then, there was just one piece of animated blood in the beginning, which you can see in the trailer. So they saved all the red ooze for the end, when the blood is actually coming off stage.
Exactly.
When you get sliced. So yeah, Sodom the Killer, the DVD's from Tokyo Shock. I really love the company. They've released a lot of good stuff like Ichi the Killer. There's a trailer and the premiere footage from the movie.
Deceptive packaging, strange philosophical movie, or just a cheaply made horror film. It's up to you to decide.
And yeah, I think we've got 3 words to describe this film, just to sum it up.
Absolutely.
And those 3 words would be Sost, Nist, Nist. Thank you, I'm Swan, we'll see you next time.
So be prepared for yellow flashes followed by white flashes by freeze frame.